Let me send you to the US of A, and I have my colleague Oscar Nuwati, who is on standby. Oscar, Oscar, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I can see you have full regalia for the Black Stars. I know you are preparing for Thursday. You've started the calculation. By the way, how did it go in the US of A after that defeat to Capo Verde?
Thank you very much, Tony. I must say that it was a very disappointing performance from the Black Stars of Ghana. Many connoisseurs of the game thought that this was a game Ghana could have won. And indeed, the Ghanaian contingent or Ghanaians here in America also thought the same, that Ghana could, go past these Cape Verdeans with cheeky ease, simply because of their history behind both countries. Until the last game Ghana played against Cape Verde. Cape Verde hasn't scored a goal against the Black Stars of Ghana. So if I was an ordinary fan going into the stadium or watching from home or watching from everywhere, I would definitely think that Ghana would definitely win against this Cape Verdean, because history has it that they've not scored against us, and it was going to be business as usual. But we know that Ghana is a slow starter when it comes to such tournaments, but the performance wasn't really anything to write home about. And that has been the most disappointing thing that most Ghanaians here in the USA are talking about, Tony.
You're talking about what, that disappointment. Have they given up? Because we are playing Egypt on Thursday. We follow up with Mozambique. Is it that we are finished, or they think that the Black Stars will no progress?
Tony, the thing is, if you lose a game, you have to lose diligently. If you lose a game, you have to lose a game trying to fight for your country. But most Ghanaians have given up simply because we didn't show that seniority when it comes to the Cup of Nations. We have not proven that we are a top country because we didn't play well. We were lethargic on the day. We were shambolic, and we didn't have a certain pattern. If you lose a game and you lose it in a certain manner, you would know that you played well and lost. And so it even gives you the belief that probably going into the next subsequent games, you could win. But Ghana didn't show anything at all. Right from the referee's blast of the whistle to the end of the game, we were all over the place. We didn't know the kind of system we were playing. The players didn't really show up. And those who were supposed to lead didn't show up. I'm usually not happy when I mention names of players who don't do well in games and all that, but I am forced to do it this time around simply because we expected them to lead from the front. Remember, we don't really have a very good record against these Egyptians when it comes to tournaments such as this nature. We understand that we had a very, very good result against them when we played that World Cup qualifier and beat them here in Ghana, and went out there and got the result that gave us the ticket to go into the World Cup. Apart from that, we've lost a Cup of Nations finals against them before, and so the performance Ghana put out during the Cape Verdeans game doesn't really ooze confidence. It doesn't give many Ghanaians who are supporting the country from near and afar the confidence that we could, go out there and get the result against the Egyptians. It makes it very, very difficult. Probably we could get a draw from that game and hope that we can, get all 3 points against Mozambique, which makes it very difficult also because when you watch the Mozambicans play against the Egyptians, they are tactically good. They don't leave a lot of spaces behind their defensive men. They line up very, very deep into their own halves. And Ghana doesn't have the sort of men who could go out there and unlock defense who are tight with, split passes. It doesn't happen. And look, it is very difficult. It doesn't look like Ghana may get their way out of this group.
It boils down to tactics and technicalities. Fingers being pointed at Coach Chris Hughton, why he's being most of the time reports we're getting that verbally he's being assaulted in Ivory Coast. Do you have any idea if the fingers are being pointed at our technical bench, the know-how that we took to Ivory Coast?
Tony, I've had the opportunity to speak to many Ghanaians, both home and here in the United States of America, Maryland to be precise. And I can say that all fingers are being pointed to the coach because he calls the shot. He makes the tough decisions. And people didn't even understand the sort of substitutions he made in the game. And I totally agree with them because, you know, when you look back to the World Cup where we played against Portugal, we got an equalizer and Ghana made 3 substitutions or 2 substitutions. It totally killed the momentum of the boys. And it happened again in this particular game because we got an equalizer. Semenyo looked like he was fighting his way back into the game. And Jordan was tracking back, was working and all those stuff. I think the person who could have been taken out was Ransford Yeboah. I mean, you have good wingers in the presence of Usman Bukhari, who is very pacey, who works tirelessly. You have the young prodigy in Myanmar. One substitution could have made a very, very big or a good significant impact on the game. You take out Ransford, you probably put Jordan in the number 10 position and bring on Usman Bukhari to come and augment on the left-hand position. But he made 3 substitutions and he totally destabilized the team. It killed the game for the Black Stars, and we were never the same after, you know, we got the equalizer because it gave the well, it's a mixed feeling. Some of them have given up against Switzerland in that 2010 World Cup, went on to win it. And so if Ghana has lost this particular game, we may just get the opportunity to right the wrongs and maybe get the result against Egypt and not look back again till we lift the trophy. It's a possibility. Okay. I mean, we can
Oscar,
do it.
Well, thank you very much. But we'll come to you once again, come Thursday, maybe before the game and after the game as well. For you to tell us what the Ghanaian, whether people are still believing in the Black Stars or not. I mean, those in Maryland, of course. So just the good message to them that they should still keep hope alive. Thank you, Oscar, for joining us this afternoon inside the AFCON.